And we should be live. We'll wait around for some people to show up. Yeah, this is my Switch library as of yet. It's not very big. And it's very unused. I forget where I actually see playtime stats. It's here, right? No. Here, right? Yeah. An hour! Oh, I played a whole hour of that. Okay, there's some playtime there. This was basically one really good run of Dig Dug, and then I haven't touched it since. Yeah, let me know if the relative audio level is bad. I just tested it, so it should be fine, but it is very dependent on which direction I'm facing, because this mic is really not good compared to my old one. I can't really help it, because I want to be able to pump TV sound into my headphones, and I couldn't do that before. Like, my mic can't really go any louder. I can put it closer to my mouth, but then it's just gonna do that. So, that and I'm gonna breathe into it like this. See, I can't breathe in it when I'm trying. It's only when I'm like... Who knows? It, like, if I were to put it, like, right above my mouth, I'd be breathing into it like crazy. Anyway, let's at least go to the title screen. That's me in Europe, because I couldn't wait the 2 days to pick up the American demo. And that account shall never be used again, unless it's needed for some other region-locked thing. Yeah, I'm not quite as bad as Coop was. At least I'm trying to not speak into my or breathe into my mic like that. Except, you know, when I'm trying to breathe into my mic like that, and then I just can't. I love this title music, by the way. Like, I'm so excited for yet another great Kirby soundtrack, if it's all anywhere near this good. Need to turn this down on my end, because I can barely hear myself talk. Yeah. Might as well go ahead and start off. Yeah, the controls that everyone likes to complain about, even though they've been that way in literally every Kirby game with 4 buttons on its face, except Superstar. I like how it doesn't show the controls on the screen now, but it will later. If you insist, game. Yeah, no shaking required for that. Check out the title screen, the menu here. Got flavored text, nice. This is all just telling you, use abilities, guys. Use combos. But yeah, got your usual moveset stuff. Here are some of the combos you can use. Oh, and yet these things that I always forget to do. I don't know if I can even do a team attack in single player. And here's where I would be able to switch my controls if I were able to switch my controls. Yeah, I don't have multiplayers to play with, sadly, so this will be just me. Right, sword beams. Because, you know, Zelda and all. I would not want to try to play this with a GameCube controller. I feel like Control Type B would be even worse for that. Jumping with a little tiny B button and attacking with Y. Yeah, honestly, like, as much as I like to complain about A-B control schemes, like, it's not really that bad for controllers that are sufficiently wide. See the 2DS and the Joy-Con grip. So I don't really mind it here. I probably won't switch. Now let me see. So here's where it gives you all the controls here. Why you have to hold to drop the ability, or to do something else. What else do you have to hold Y to do? I don't remember. I don't remember. Something else, but you can also just hit, if you don't do that, you can hit minus and just drop it immediately, like you used to be able to. So yeah, if you jump on your friends' CPUs, you can play as them instead. Oh gosh, Sir Kibble, no! Oh, that's what you have to hold Y for. If memory serves... Oh, that's what. You can hold Y to do this, kind of like Superstar. You can also hit select for that, though. So it's a good way to switch abilities really easily. Which is cool, because Cutter is strictly better. It's got that move. And this move. Yeah, I've heard people say that, WeeTab, where the allies just sort of get in your way. I've not had too much trouble with them killing ability power. Boy, I am just the worst at Kirby games today. I've not had too much trouble with them killing enemies I wanted to befriend or whatever. But I have had them kind of getting in my way, trying to solve puzzles when I'm trying to do other things. I mean, I could be friending these for a fourth guy, but like, I don't need them yet. Here, you guys do this yourself. Can't be bothered. That I accidentally dropped off, because I'm so used to being able to just activate those as one person. No, we want diversity in the team. I can't say whether it's possible to play the game in general without having friends, like in-the-game friends. Because I don't have the full game, but there are sections like that that would seem to suggest you need some at most of the time. Which, I mean, maybe that's fine. And here's where they try to get you to do combos. Now, if I were really lame, I could go the whole way without doing that, but nah. Yeah, you can hold it down and make them raise their up buttons as well. And just like they'll go out of their way to kill enemies, sometimes they'll go out of their way to attack these things. Well, normally... Blade Knight, man. Normally you would go and burn this grass down or cut this grass or something, but apparently you're like, you can do it. I mean, you're not wrong. That's the first time I've ever seen them do that. It's not really possible to, like, make them combine in a specific way. Like, you don't have full freedom over that, but you can just sort of position them the way you want, and you can always be the one with the elemental power if you want to make sure you get the right stuff. Here, maybe he'll do it for me. Ha! That's really interesting. I faked him out. He's like, oh, suddenly he doesn't have an ability. That's funny. They've always just immediately done the puzzles. I must have just not had abilities that could have done it myself before. That's pretty cool. So it's not totally mindless. You can't drop through these, except when you can drop through these. Doesn't look like there's much of a reason to drop through these in the first place. Oh yeah. The combo abilities are pretty cool for stuff like that. And I think Cutter got changes to its moveset in general, like, this charging move is now a multi-hit attack. It didn't used to be. Let me try to land it. Unless they go and ruin my day. Okay, maybe doing it right against a wall is not the best example, but yeah. Let's try out anything but cutter. The minus button is so far away, man! I keep accidentally hitting up on the control stick. I don't blame you guys for killing that guy. I gave you plenty of time to not do it. I'm just bad. That's true, that may have been a charging move in a Squeak Squad as well, the cutter move. But yeah, this move has gotten considerably better. You get a lot more airtime and you've got a lot more, like, wide of an angle. You can also control a lot more your momentum while doing this. You can even reverse it. Or I could if I weren't bad. Boy, I am not doing it today. I don't remember. No, you... Okay, yeah. I was thinking B reversing it like Smash. I thought you could do that, maybe not. Anyway, let's see some zap combos. Which gears? I've not seen gears. There's puzzle pieces, which it does show what they do if you get to the end of the demo. Like the end of the demo stages. You know, let's just leave you out for now. Can I not? Apparently not. This game wants me to do this. I meant to switch out with one of these guys. I'm sure this will be a lot more natural when I've played it a bit more. But I kind of want to have the non-elemental ability now. And now I've got like nothing but elemental guys here, so that needs to be changed. Again, these guys are quite lazy if you have the tools yourself. That is very interesting. I don't know how I managed to not find that out on the first playthrough. Well, if I hadn't gone and attacked them. Oh wow, all these ice things on the ground. Interesting. I meant to get rid of Chili, but whatever. I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. I meant for them to get the zap, not for me to lose the ice. So yeah, you have fairly limited control over that. It's cool that charge move does like an upward attack. Clearly I've got a lot of experimenting around to do with this. Let's not take forever to get through this demo. Yeah, honestly I don't notice the 30 FPS as much as like I thought I might. I mean, it's definitely not noticeable if you watch on YouTube. Partially because I, like, don't usually watch stuff in 60 FPS because my internet connection is kind of lacking anyway. But no, it's not terribly noticeable when I'm playing either. Oh yeah, the Direct. I suppose they'll probably show off a little bit more of this game since it's about to release. I don't know what else I expect, honestly. Wouldn't be surprised to see more of Yoshi and obviously Mario Tennis. I don't think there's much to say about the other first-party stuff. They're yet to release because it's mostly ports. I do love this remix of the forest theme from Return to Dreamland. That was poor spacing on my part. of it? Just you. Yeah, get some elemental diversity here. They all just pile in the first one. Right, yeah, I forget that Detective Pikachu is a thing. It was a thing that was talked about for so long. I'm really not interested in that Yoshi game. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the Yoshi series in general, and that one just looks like particularly generic. I mean, I don't know, it was a very early state, probably. Curious as to why there's all this space here. Maybe this will make a little bit more sense when we have the whole game as context, and it isn't just a bunch of presumably disconnected levels all put together. I guess we'll try out the parasol. Parasol's one of my favorite abilities. Oh, and it also gives splash, so I can... I mean, I can do that too. That's not what we were trying to do. Link's Awakening remake. I'd be okay with that. I've not played Link's Awakening, but it really looks like a good game. Didn't mean to do that, dang it! Stop it, Ben. You know what? I'm unfriending you. And losing my own ability. Yeah, apparently... forgot that you only had to touch those. Did they just manage to get hit by that, or did I see that wrong? But yeah, this move is... wow, I feel like they cut down the mobility of this a bit. But apparently they buffed this thing back to its ridiculous damage it has in Return to Dreamland, so that's nice. Alright, but we came here for firepower, so let's get firepower. See, here they're being nice and not killing the enemies. I guess they know there's a boss upcoming. Yeah, I really hated the air mechanics with Parasol too. Parasol was one of my least favorites for the longest time. And then I found out how much damage it did in Return to Dreamland if you did the downward attack repeatedly. I like this music. It's a pretty good, like, kind of mix between the Geyser Spiral for days. It's a good mix between the Return to Dreamland and Triple Deluxe boss fight themes. What do you need but Geyser Spiral? Wow, GG, man. I didn't expect that to happen that quickly. This tree is dead. He will not be returning again. He even has, like, a different face if you kill him that way. Like, as opposed to the normal one. Like, if you just defeat him without fire attacks. I think that only happens if you have 4 fire abilities, but I'm not sure. Yeah, here's what the puzzle pieces do. Okay, can we see what this is? This appears to be some sort of Squeak Squad deal. Because that's spinny and there's some random squeak in the corner. And when you beat the demo levels, you get treated to a little cutscene. Okay, you can skip this. We'll watch it, because it shows off some stuff we can't do in the demo. Like plasma. Pretty sure this is mostly stuff from the other trailers, though. But yeah, I definitely plan to stream this game in full when it comes out next Friday. Yeah, next Saturday is when I'll do the stream, just because it'll be late after I get off work, and I don't know how long the game's gonna be. So that'll be potentially an all-day affair that Saturday. I am excited, though. Alright, let's check out the hard stage. Oh wow, you get to keep your party. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, Yo-Yo actually got a new move. You can walk the dog. Pretty sure that down move is different too. Normally it's just like in Superstar, it's just you have this, and you have like a slightly lower version of this. But this is new, I'm pretty sure. And this is definitely new. You can also use the dash in midair, which you also couldn't do if memory serves. Alright, let's get some water. Well, if he respawns. Get a lot more range on those water droplets than you do on the fireballs. Presumably they don't do as much damage, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, slide kicking is still faster than running if you spam it. Oh, I already had Sir Kibble. Whoops. Didn't mean to sort of rush on through there. They should have just called it Spark person, because Plasma is like, I don't know why you would just change the name when Spark and Plasma basically did the same thing in Return to Dreamland. Didn't quite mean to do that. That's cool. This guy's have a lot of health too, so I'm surprised I was able to do that so easily. It's one of the few just Kirby 64 style combination abilities. I don't know. It's just non-element applied to stick thing. At the very least. And it's also temporary. I wonder if Rock has, or Stone has any new moves. You can charge the uppercut. Still looks less powerful than this. So, don't know what the point of that is. Good job, Dribbly. Nice. Look how you have a little bit of control when you're in midair transforming. Doing the mighty one, at least. Fridge isn't a thing, man. Fridge was never a thing. Sure. Not what we intended, but whatever. Literally the same move. Four mini puzzle pieces, man. do that either. This is like 64 when I pick it up after a while. Like, I always forget which which buttons do which, like, type of capture. Because there's, like, various different ways to do that sort of thing. I guess I'll be ice and let this guy be fire. Actually, let's see which of these guys decide... Let's see if they decide to solve this puzzle on their own. There's a couple different ways to do it. Okay, so you can trigger him to do that. You can get him to stand here and block the flow, or you can freeze it, like I accidentally did beforehand. I liked Epic Yarn. Sweet dab. I haven't... what am I saying? I just played the game like a couple years ago, and I've got a whole walkthrough on my channel. It's a fun game. I think Yoshi's Woolly World kind of did the whole thing a little bit better in terms of, like, the theme being cohesive, but Epic Yarn is fun and has some neat ideas, even if it's not, like, that challenging. I don't know. It's just for... You can play it for a good time. Oh, hey, Lenny. Didn't know you were watching. Isn't it, like, 2 a.m. where you are? Or 3 a.m.? I forget how time zones work. Oh, kinda meant to just get that myself. Doesn't really matter, because this is gonna be a cutscene-y thing anyway. I hope to have a new stream layout ready by next Saturday, just because obviously the game isn't taking up as much of it as it could be. But I've not streamed anything at 16:9 before, so I just went with what I had. I appreciate any game that brings back, what's his name, Rizzo? The bear thing? Sort of disappeared for a really long time after Superstar. I think Triple Deluxe brought him back. They are pouring on the lives. Not sure what that's for, because I already have Cutter. And I think Cutter was the last thing we saw before going in here. Wasn't expecting it to just immediately disappear in the wall there. That's right, Grizzo was an Epic Yarn. I forgot about that. Was it only in the Dreamland level? Like really late in the game? The Wispy Woods level, I forget the name of it. Uh-oh. Food outside a castle. Did I miss something? The music comes back if you walk into this side of the hall. Yeah, the music is really good. And I can turn it off at will. Apparently. And back on. It's not time for buff yet, man. I gotta get buff first. Let's go ahead and drop this. There we go. Best ability. Purely for this. That too, but... Kirby Hadokens are the best. Those are the only 3 moves that need to exist. This, this, repeatedly, and this. Although this one's not bad either. I do like that you just sort of walk directly into the boss arena, though. So we could fight him from way over here. And will. Alright, the dash. 2 invincibility frame granting moves. So many iframes that I got to dodge both halves of that attack. Oh, nice, and I got screwed up by him. Oh, right, I forgot about that move, too. You can grab the stars. Whatever, man. There is nothing Suplex has that Fighter doesn't also have, as I was about to demonstrate. Put any stars over here, man? I wonder who does this voice acting in this game. I do like the split arena thing, although it kind of ends as soon as you start spamming instant Mega Force Blast. Okay, this is not very effective from way over here. Ah, that was a miss. What? You can pick up the chunks of the castle? That's amazing! Wasn't even trying to do that. The iframes on that move are so long. These stars do not stay around long enough for me to easily grab them. Yeah, I kind of want to see how this would play without, like, the other 3 friends around. Like this boss in particular. Wispy would be a little painful by herself, given the move we didn't even show where he rains down like 10 billion apples. Oh, is it? Is it Kumazaki? That's great. Carrying on Sakurai's tradition of voicing Kirby and also being the guy who directs the game. Or does things related to the game, at the very least. Wow, I have never gotten pieces from this many different puzzles in the demo before. That appears to be amazing mirror-related, judging by that high-tech piece of equipment there on the right. I like how they give you the same levels, like big piece at the end for both of the demo levels. Just because they can't give too much away. Yeah, and then this again. But that's basically the demo. I don't think it's worth playing through again to try some of that solo. But yeah. That is basically all there is for this. But I have other Switch things if people are interested in seeing other things. I don't know how many of you guys are Odyssey players. I'd kind of like to take some viewer-suggested balloons at some point in that. I could always just mess around and see what other, like, internet people do. You can't combine Spark and Ice. Elemental attacks don't combine as much. Oh, I suppose you can combine water and ice and water and electricity. I didn't even think to try that. Yeah, well, we'll experiment more with that in the full game. But yeah, this is the rest of what I have. If there are Mario Kart players or Odyssey players, I wouldn't mind doing some of that on stream. Else, you could watch me be really, really bad at versus Super Mario Brothers. I'll default to that for now, I guess. Like, I used to be so good at Super Mario Brothers 1. Like, not like speedrun good or anything. But I used to be very halfway decent and know everything about this game. And apparently I've forgotten it now. That in this game is also, like, actively trying to make me, like, mess up by putting things in different places from where they were in the original game. Wow, you are sparing no expense with those spinies. Enjoy the only 2D Mario game on the Switch at the moment. Unless you count, like, maybe a fraction of Odyssey. I don't Breath of the Wild because I don't Zelda at the moment. That could change, but I would need time to do that. I kind of want to see what they did, like, because I've already seen a couple levels in this game where they changed things around substantially. Like, they just borrowed levels from Lost Levels or moved things like crazy. So I'm very curious to what they're going to do in later worlds of this to screw with me even more. I thankfully haven't died to that jump yet. Yeah, this Koopa is a jerk. He definitely didn't used to be there. Is there strictly so if you're trying to go for a mushroom, he'll just walk in there before it has a chance to come out of the block. You have to dodge him in close quarters. Yep. Caught the edge of a platform. That's always nice. I really kind of want to try a jumpless run Odyssey at some point. No coins, not so much. Whilst theoretically mostly possible, like, why? It's just like 10 billion resets waiting to happen. Although I do like the idea of, like, I'm trying to think of what they're called. Aesthetic runs, where you just, like, try not to pick up points or coins or anything in the older Mario games that were generally a little bit more conducive to that kind of challenge. I don't know, you'd think 3D would make it easier, but there are just some sections that are really, really hard to avoid. Hey, I think I'm better than falling down one block holes, man. I can fall down way bigger holes than that. There definitely used to be a power-up around here. Oh, that's where it is. It probably didn't move. I probably just have bad memory. The platforms are shorter than they were in the original game, though. It's like you're playing the second quest. I wonder if we can get to 6-2 and show the vine that was a hidden star coin in Miles Luigi's stream of Mario 3 Mix yesterday. We'll see. I've died in World 4 a couple of times. Oh, I thought you said no coins was fun earlier. I was gonna say, no coins really doesn't seem that fun. Jumpless definitely could be an interesting way to play the game, though, because Cappy already gives you a lot of movement. That's not gonna end well. Clipping into blocks. It's just not how that's meant to work. I'm gonna go over here. That was a bad idea. Wasn't expecting to have to make that precise a landing. Can we go over? I think we're gonna have to go under. Alrighty. This level, for the record, was 5-4 in the original, and was not nearly this hard. Like, bricks and jumps were moved around like crazy. See if you can still get a 1-up here. Well, not if you scroll the Goomba on screen early. Or do that. That is quite the opposite of a 1-up, actually. It's weird, they added in a 1-up where there wasn't one in an earlier level, but here they removed the 1-up you were able to get. Okay, so this 1-up's still here. That's weird. Couldn't find the one in 4-1. Clearly I did the wrong warp wrong. This is supposed to be a warp to World 8. Sheesh. Also, what was that jump? Can I do that again? Right, I think Super Mario 1 just kind of resets your gravity as soon as you jump. So, like, it basically just starts you off with the gravity you have when you fall down at the beginning of a water and an underground stage. So that's kind of funny. it gives you that by default if you walk out of a pipe onto a bullet bill. So you have like a really floaty jump. I know there's a mushroom in here somewhere. If memory serves. Well, maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, they did upgrade the fonts. I don't know if they upgraded the fonts. I think they... How? Why? Why did that shoot when I was like 2 inches in front of that? Lost my train of thought. Sheesh, man. I'm just second guessing myself on like where anything is in this game. This is gonna be a pain to pass. Yeah. You did, like, this came out in 1986. But, oh yeah, what I was saying is the fonts aren't upgraded, they're just stolen wholesale from lost levels. And stacking invincibility kills for a 1-up wasn't a thing until Super Mario World. 3 didn't even do that. Oh, this is 5-1. Bracing for the hammer bro, and it's not gonna come until the next stage. Yeah, this is where SMB1 gets like a little tricky if you don't have power-ups built up from earlier levels. And sadly, I don't think 5-1 has any. Yeah, that 1-up's just not here. That's so weird. They in the original game they would respawn if you got a game over. Yeah, Hammer Bros are the absolute worst in this game. Like, I honestly kind of wish they were the walking type from Lost Levels, because at least then you can cheese the hitboxes on the far left side of the screen. Like, there's no good way to approach this guy. Just gotta hope you can get through. Like, and that guy, I'm pretty sure, was there in the original game. He's just the worst placed hammer bro in the game. Yeah. Yeah, the All-Stars version of this game was basically the original, though. How? How are all of these things hitting me? Like, I'm surprised the hitboxes aren't more forgiving than that. Hammers are like the one thing that don't have forgiving hitboxes in this game. One of these times we'll play Mario Brothers Deluxe. That's a game I know how to play. Doesn't mean I won't die 10 billion times at the beginning of 5-2, though. I swear this is just removed power-ups. It is nice that they give you your coin count across, like, plays. Normally they would reset that sort of thing. Oh yeah, there was nothing in here, just coins. How about we just jump? Yeah, I don't think the All-Stars version had many changes, other than letting you continue at the end of each world, which you could sort of already do in the original if you knew the code to do it on the title screen, and fixing, like, the lives overflow glitch. Not like the infinite 1-up glitch, but the fact that you can die if you get too many lives. Okay, let's try not to die. This is an underwater one. Why did I go in here? I could at least get a 1-up. Oh, if this skips me past any Hammer Bros, I'm okay with it. I'm hitting every single one of these blocks. And before they somehow add poison mushrooms into this game. Did I miss a block? No, I hit them all. There's a Starman here, I don't remember that. There's definitely a power-up in one of these. Good. We're in much better shape now. Wow, I almost just stumbled into the unlimited lives trick. I'm not going to be able to do that again if I try it. I forget you can't stand on that block. Or maybe you can actually stand on that block. I should have tried to see if the fireworks are like lost levels, where you can get a 1-up from the flagpole, or if it's... Well, that seemed like that was moving really quickly. I'm surprised I was able to make that. This is not 5-3. I don't remember which level this is. I think this is 6-3, just with the World 5 palette. 6-3 was like the hardest platforming stage in the original. I still think that was a walking jump, but I got up there anyway, somehow. Those weren't... Actually, yeah, they were in 6-3. I'm just bad. I still wasn't expecting it. Easy. And now they're gonna throw in a Lost Levels castle. Like, just pick one. Pick any of them. And I'm just gonna get destroyed. What have we got here? We have... 4-4? 7-4? This is from Lost Levels. This is 3-4 from Lost Levels. That is just... No, it's not. I don't remember what this is. Okay, no, this is just 4-4. I wonder why they swapped them. Oh, wow. That was unexpected. There was no such jump in the original level. Yeah, this is one of those repeating pattern stages. I'm fairly confident. Wow, I just barely ran onto that. Yeah, let's take this safer this time. Come on, game! I was starting to run already. If you don't know SMB1 very well, you're gonna have to take my word for it that this game is trying to mess with your SMB1 sensibilities. I think that's enough of this for tonight. And seeing as viewership has dropped off considerably, I think we'll just call it a stream and pick back up Saturday with Star Allies. Till then, I guess I'll see you guys. I'm gonna beat this level.